Welcome back for part 2 of Wufoo Form Builder. Hi, this is Doug. I'm going to start off by giving you some idea that there are some samples out there on the Wufoo website of some forms that some people have already made and give you the idea of the realm of possibilities that you could create your own form. Starting off with a customer satisfaction survey, a workshop registration, a job application, scrolling down the page here, a bug tracker, wedding invitations, exercise tracker, address book. If you recall, we were constructing a constructor's contact form, music collection, DVD collection, diet log, house inventory, plan inventory, recipe master, event planning, to-do list. We could go on and on. Obviously, you're only limited by your imagination as to the types and the sort of forms that you might be filling out here and creating and taking advantage of. While you were gone between part 1 and part 2, I took the liberty of filling out a sample form that we were discussing earlier, our instructor contact information. After you filled out the form based on the connected through the hypertext link that you got in your email, the screen response will be confirming that you have submitted your form and that Wufoo does have the necessary information. As part of the feedback process, the person setting up the form at least can get an email from the person indicating the information has been submitted. In this case, my individual, Robert Smith, phone number so-and-so, email address, all the requisite information that was put into the form comes back, and you get a email indicating that somebody has submitted something to the form. If you don't want that sort of feature, if you've got literally thousands of people submitting forms or even hundreds, you can turn that feature off. But if you only have a few people and maybe there's some time deadlines in mind, you might want to get a confirmation email back. Also, by the way, something I learned, if you want the person, the respondent, the address E of the Wufoo form to get a confirmation email back of the details of what they've submitted, you'll have to include an email address for any person filling out the form. They'll have to put in their email address, and it bounces back to that individual. In any case, that's what you get. So once we've submitted the form, let's take a look at what some of the typical information might be when it first shows up. And that is just a simple sort of looking database here, indicating with the person's name over here in the left-hand margin, their phone numbers, email addresses, and other information that you've been collecting on the form. Now, you don't have to display all the information that you're collecting. You can go through in a process of selecting which fields will be displayed as far as the information goes. And once you've gotten that first bit of information in, or when you've gotten it all in, then you might want to make some decision relative to exporting it. And let's assume that you're planning on exporting it into a traditional Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. You would click on the Excel spreadsheet icon here in the upper right portion of the form, and that will open up an Excel spreadsheet. In this case, it actually downloads it to my computer here. So why don't we just minimize that? I'll minimize the actual screen. You can look at this exciting sunset from the southwest right now. And let me open up this Excel spreadsheet that we just downloaded moments ago. It's opening up here, and here's the information as it might first appear here. Let me open up the columns here a little bit here so you can have a little better indication. But just imagine that not just one person, but literally hundreds, if not thousands, of people had to submit information, and getting individual emails and then transcribing those emails into an Excel spreadsheet. Heck, why don't we have the people that are filling out the forms and wanting to that you need to send the information actually submitted in a form that could be later transposed via Wufoo forms into an into an Excel spreadsheet. So it's a pretty neat way to capture the information as far as what's going on. Let's go back to our form that we selected here and all. If you'll notice, I'm highlighting on the primary email address, and again, it's hard to view when you're looking at a YouTube screencast there, but it is in a format where if I clicked on that email name or address here, it's going to open up in just a second my email service, and it will be able to send off an email if I needed to that individual. Pretty slick feature that the person submitting the information creates a very usable email contact sort of form for you as you go on and develop your forms. Why don't we say that's enough for now on this screencast, and we'll pick it up when we actually make a form and you can see the simplicity at how easy it is to create a form. But in the first two videos, we're just trying to give you the idea that it's a very usable form, very user-friendly, and creating the forms and letting your customers, your clients, your addressees do the heavy lifting as far as entering the data, and then the data automatically goes into a very usable database, either leaving it in Wufoo or you can export it to an Excel or CSV spreadsheet. Again, thanks for listening.